fish, my favorite. So today, I'm going to show you how to prepare your fish. Okay? So I'm going to be making escovitch. But first thing first, we're going to clean the fish. I'm going to show you how to clean it. I'm going to show you how to cut it. Okay? These are clean already, but you want to make sure you check. Make sure there's no gills in here. No gut. Okay? So these are pretty clean. All right? So what we're going to do now, we're going to cut these. Okay? I'm going to cut them in half. If you desire to leave them whole, I'll show you how to do that. So we're going to cut the fish in half. Okay? With a sharp knife. Make sure your knife is sharp. Okay? Just like that. And then you're going to score it. Like a little incision in the flesh. Okay? Not too deep. So the season, when you season it, the season can get to go down in here. Okay? It's all about the flavor. Okay? So technique, right? That's the technique right there. I'm showing it to you. Very, very light incision. So when you put the seasoning, it goes down in there. Okay? Not too deep. Just a little bit. Okay? So just like that. I'm going to show you how to, if you want to leave the fish whole, which I think I'm going to do a couple of them whole, just for presentation. Okay? It's all about presentation. You know that people eat with their eyes. Okay? So you want to make sure that your presentation is tight. So I'm going to leave these whole. I'm going to fry them and leave them whole for presentation. So for these, you just want to give it like, a little score, like 3 score. 1, incision, 2, 3, on both sides, okay? Just for season purposes. So when you rub the season on it, it goes all the way down in there, in the belly and everything. Okay, so I'm going to do just like that. All right, so with your lime, you can use lime, lemon, or vinegar. But in this case, I want to make sure that my fish is nice and fresh. So I use vinegar and lime. Okay, I want to make sure it's fresh. You're going to squeeze your lime. Make sure you get all that juice in that water. Okay, and you just throw that in there. Squeeze it nice. Get all the juice out of it in the water. Okay, so our fish is going to be washed in here. Be very careful when you wash your fish. Okay, be very careful of the gill. Okay, make sure you be very gentle. Don't just put your hands in there, you'll get hurt. Okay, be very safe. Okay, so you want to make sure you get the gut. Okay, nice. I could smell the aroma from the lime. Wow. Now that we've washed our fish, smells good. Okay, now it's time to get the fish ready for seasoning. Okay, so there's a technique that I follow and I find it works well for me. Okay, some paper towel. Okay, you put some paper towel on your cutting board or whatever surface you have to work on. Okay, you can see all the water here in the fish. So you want to get a piece of paper towel. Okay, you want to put a piece at the bottom, as you can see, and put piece more on top of it, and just kind of like slowly press into the fish very lightly, because you don't want to break the fish up. Okay, very gentle, so you can get some of that moisture out of it. Also, another way to do it, if you prepare this a day ahead and let it air dry in the refrigerator, that would be a good also way to get some of the moisture out of the fish. Okay, but if you have to do it right away, this is the easy way to do it, and this works. I find that works for me. Okay, so that's the whole fish. I'm going to do a piece of the one that I cut for the same process. Okay, nice. You're going to pot it nicely, gently. Not too much. Remember, fish is very delicate, so if you press it too hard, it's gonna fall apart. Okay, but as you can see, this fish is nice and fresh. You see, it's springy to the touch. The flesh is nice and springy to the touch. Okay, no odor. Okay, you want to make sure that your seafood has no odor. Rule of thumb: it should smell like any smell that you have from your seafood. It should be smell like the ocean, if anything. Okay, anything else other than that, you got something rotten. Okay, and you need to throw it away. So that's the process here that I show you. This is very critical. Okay, and you'll see when we fry the fish. So let's start seasoning. Okay, I do like Easy Spice. Okay, this is something that is in my kitchen. Easy Spice. So you want to pick some up at a Caribbean store, or you probably can order it online, Amazon or somewhere, but you can find it. If you live in the Boston area, tropical food. Okay, or Clinton's and American Legion Highway. So now we're gonna season the fish. Now, it's very important that you don't contaminate the whole bag. As you can see, I pour a little bit in here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go from here and season the fish in the gut. Very, very generous season, not too much, but you wanna make sure you get the inside good, all the way inside. You wanna get that season up under the crevice. Okay, see that? And you're gonna come on top. Okay, then you see the open space right now? You're gonna do that, and we're gonna rub the spices right in here. Look at that. You see that? So it's going inside of it. You can see, you wanna grab a little bit of the seasoning in your hands, almost like at the tip of your finger, like what I did here. Just like this. Look at that. Okay, you hold it up here, because you control it that way. If you hold it the way I'm holding it here. Okay, now you're gonna be sprinkling the seasoning on top of the fish. Sprinkle, not pouring. Okay, sprinkle it. And you want to rub it in the little incision that we made right here. Okay, and this is ready. Okay, so we're gonna do the whole fish. Same, sprinkle all over it. The more you do it, the better you get at it. Okay, no worries. If you can't get it as perfect, it's fine. Once you get the season inside of it, and remember this is seasoning, so you don't want to go too much. Okay, you don't want your fish to be salty. Okay, so that's the first thing. Typically, I don't want to over season my fish too far in advance. The reason why, because you don't want it to brine. It's not like a chicken. It's not like a beef. The flesh is so tender. It's most likely you can eat fish raw, right? You can do it fish sushi and so forth. So if you put too much seasoning on it, for instance, overnight, it will start to break down the salt. Okay, so we don't want to pull too much of the water out of it, so we don't want to season it too far in advance. Okay, that's when it's free. Okay, so let's talk about cutting the fish. I know these fish are pretty big. Another thing I want to mention is that you can now also buy snapper already fillet. Okay, so that's an option for those who just want fish but they don't want the bones. Okay, you can get those with as fillet, so boneless. Okay. And you can also use kingfish as well to make escovitch. Okay, so as you look at the fish here, okay, you want to be mindful when you're portioning this for your family. Okay, I mean if it's just 2 people or 3 and you want to go whole, that's fine. But if you have more people to eat from the fish, and fish is expensive, you want to stretch it out a little bit more. You want to make sure you cut it. So as you can see here, the head. Some people like fish head, some people don't. So when I do the portioning of the fish, I kind of, leave the head, but I minus it. Because some people like fish head, I don't throw it away. But for me, I usually think of right here. So this is meat, okay? This is the meat, and this is the head, okay? If you love fish head, you have a lot of meat. But I usually measure from here to the tail, okay? From right underneath the gill to the tail. That's kind of how I come with the where to cut it. So I usually cut it in half, okay? Just like that. So you look at one, boom, and you have from here to here. So just like that, okay? And that's the fish. All right, getting ready for the making the pickled vegetables for the escovitch. Escovitch is similar to ceviche. The only difference is the ceviche is not cooked, but the escovitch is cooked. Typically, the ceviche they use with a citrus to cook the raw seafood, whether it be scallops or fish or shrimp. When we make Escovitch fish, we fry the fish the day before, and then we make the pickle stuff, and we pour it over it and let it sit. So you have that nice sweet and sour and salty flavor from the fish. So I'm going to show you how to cut the vegetables for the fish. Okay. So we have thyme. As you can see, the thyme, I'm just going to throw the thyme in it. I'm not going to tie it. Okay. I want the look. So thyme, allspice. Okay. Nice spice flavor. Vinegar, carrots, onions, scotch bonnet. Okay? So for the onions, we cut the onions in rings. Okay? rings. You want to make sure your knife is sharp. You want to go from the tip all the way down. Okay, you hold your onion firm, just like that. Okay, you put your hands like this. Let your hands sit here and hold it. Make sure you use it, hold it tight so it doesn't slip. Okay, knife is sharp. It's cut good when your knife is sharp. Okay. Cut the carrots. Okay, just cut the top off. So I'm gonna cut it on the bias, like a little slant, as you can see. Okay, not a straight cut, like a slant, nice and thin, not too thick. Okay. It's gonna be pickled. Way over the fish. See that? Slowly. Scotch bonnet. Okay, nice and hot. Don't put your hands in your eyes. Okay, just cut this nice slices. Okay, and we're gonna put this up to the side right here. Okay, and that's the veggie for the fish. So I'm getting ready to fry the fish. Okay, and the oil is very hot. Okay, nice and hot. One of the ways that I usually do to make sure that I know if the oil is hot, just take a little flour. So a little bit of flour and see that? That means it's ready. Tells me ready. Okay? That's one way I usually do it. Yeah, fish, I'm gonna fry the whole ones first. Okay, I'm getting ready to turn the fish. This good. Nice and crispy. That. You have a nice long song. Okay, so I'm getting ready to add onions, carrots, thyme, and peppercorn and scotch bonnet. Okay. All of that. Vinegar. I'm gonna add vinegar to it now. So we're gonna cook this very lightly, so it's gonna be like a quick pickle. Okay. So I'm gonna add a little bit of sugar to the pickled vegetable just to kind of cut the vinegar a little bit. Fish is ready. So the fish is done. Now I'm gonna wrap it with foil. Okay, this is tomorrow's dinner. So it's gonna be nice.